Yeah.
1 minute. Everyone is back, right? And let's start the topic of business partner. Okay, business partner. What is BP, guys?
Business partner.
I mean, I know the business partner, but what is BP?
From whom we do business.
Vendor.
Uh, Only vendor?
Vendor or supplier?
Customer.
Customer also.
Customer.
Vendor or customer generally. Okay, BP means vendor or customer. So why we are discussing about BP here? We are discussing about ECC. We are using ECC. ECC means we will discuss about vendor master, customer master. Right? We discuss mostly about the vendor master and customer master. But BP will comes under only S4 HANA. Okay. But as we are discussing ECC, and also we are discussing about BP now. Why we are discussing about BP? Because EWM recognizes either customer or vendor. Either customer or vendor. It recognizes with BP role. It recognizes with BP role. Either vendor or customer, it recognizes with only BP role. Clear? Now, ID type for vendor is CRM 004. As I told you, EWM recognizes with roles, BP role, and the BP role of ID for vendor it will be CRM 004, and for customer CRM 002. Customer CRM 002. Clear? Now if I am creating a vendor now, I am creating some vendor. SK01 is to create the vendor. Basic transaction to create the vendor. In real time you will not do it, but just for practice you need to create. Go to XK01 transaction to create the vendor. I am creating something like 1000. Okay, this is something with KRED. You can select from F4 if you don't know. Select from the F4. Okay, KRED. Enter. Title give as company. Now I'm giving like something like Reliance. Give some country IN. Okay. Enter. Okay. Don't do anything. Whatever I do, just you do the same thing when you create in the vendor. Okay. Reconciliation account, give the same account, whatever I'm giving, or else select from F4. If it's not taking, take from the F4. Search help. Okay. This is called search help. We can take any one and try to change. But real time you will not do this one. Just for practice, we need to have this data and create the data. Enter. And only one thing you need to know is this purchasing data. Vendor master purchasing data. you need to maintain the order currency of the respective vendor, which is accepting the currency with respect to the country. I'm selecting INR. And terms of payment means payment terms, like within how many days you're going to pay to the vendor once you do the procurement. I'm mentioning like 60 days. You can select from F4 here. Within 45 days, I'm going to pay to the vendor. In code terms means international commercial terms. Means like how the vendor is going to ship the product to the plant, it through by sea or port or by anything, and who is responsible to pay the amount for the shipping of goods. Okay, that's it. Click enter and save it. Vendor 100681 has been created, guys. Vendor 100681 was created. Can I shift now this vendor? Go to CFM1 and I'll select as BLRP. I'll not select BLRP, I'll select like VND and I'll select like VND because vendor is not at the plant level. Okay, I'm selecting as VND. Come down, select vendors, click on this tab, more options. Here give the vendor number 100681. 100681. Select this one, generate integration model. Now go to CFM2. CFM2 is to activate the integration model. Okay, whatever the data you saved in the CFM1 are activating it to transfer the data to EWM system. Okay, select activate this one. Select the line item, click on start. Ignore. No. Okay, we are good. Now, can I check in EWM system the vendor has been shipped or not? Shipped or not? Now go to EWM system. Input BP, guys. Input the BP. Go to BP transaction. Go to BP transaction. BP. Okay. Transaction is what, guys? Only BP. That's it. Now input the vendor number here. What is the vendor number here? 100681. 100681. Okay. Input the vendor number 100681 and click on start. Nothing has been found. So there is something wrong. What I can do, I can check the SIF. Q2 execute. No hint on something is wrong.
Are you in ACC system or EWM?
Sorry. Go to SMQ2. Control F. Nothing has been found here also. So what I can do, I can go to here, check outbound queues, SMQ1. Outbound queues, Control F, vendor number, nothing has been found. Nothing.
Ram, that we need to check it in EWM, right? So it seems here ECC EHP8 system. It's in ACC, right? You are checking.
Yes, I'm checking outbound queues. Can you see? Outbound. Outbound means from ECC, outbound should trigger, and EWM, the inbound will trigger. Okay. We have like SMQ1, SMQ2. There are two transactions per queues. See, if you're sending a message from your phone, first it should go out, right, from your phone. Then the receiving person should receive, right, in the inbox.
Correct.
So first should be outbox. Outbox means what? SMQ1 outbox, and later SMQ2 inbox. So first you need to check in ECC outbox, and later you need to go to EWM in the inbox, EWM inbox.
Correct.
Clear? Yeah.
Yes.
Now what I will do, I'll create a new vendor. Okay, there is something wrong. I'll go to XK01. I'll select a different account group. I'll go to CFM1. V and D, I'll type 01.
It's a -01, right?
Yes. Underscore it's not iPhone. The value is underscore, okay. The vendor which I created is underscore. I can keep anything, okay. Okay, it was sent, okay. Now let me see in the PCC EWM in bonds. Let me go to BP slash NBP. Go to VND underscore 01. Yes, can you see here? The vendor has been triggered. BP VND underscore 01. Reliance. Now if you see identification here, can you see identification here? And if you come down here, what is there in the identification? CRM 004. As I mentioned you here, for vendor, what is the ID type for vendor, guys? Identification for vendor what? CRM 004. Can you see? CRM 004. identification number is a vendor number, and this is which system? EH8 sale and ECC system. Clear?
Yes.
Now,
Yes, sir.
this is the same vendor acting as customer. What you will do? I mean, VE underscore, don't think about VE and okay. Just think that VE underscore 01 acting as customer also. What you should do? How system knows that this is customer also?
ID type is different.
Yes.
Yes.
CRM002.
ID type for customer is CRM 002. Once you maintain CRM 002 here, system will identify this one as customer also. If your ID type CRM 004, this will think as only vendor. System will think as only vendor. Means system will accept to receive the goods only. If you want to send it to this one, if you want to send the goods to this customer, this number, you need to have like a ID type CRN 002. Then only system will recognize this as a customer. If not, system will not recognize as a customer. So ID type is very important.
Yeah, for one vendor, we can maintain both as customer and vendor as well, right?
Possible is there? Yes, possible is there. Possibility is there. Too much.
And in
Then
this
in
data
ID, it will
we
show.
shift.
Sorry.
And this
Yeah,
data will be
then in
shifted by.
ID.
Yes.
Oh God, you
We
go
need to
ahead.
shift the data from
Sorry,
ECC.
yeah.
Sorry.
This data will
Okay,
be
take it.
shifted by development and MM or IM team, right? Usually.
No. We should do SIF. Okay. They will not touch this data.
Okay, the vendor shifting will be done by EWM
Vendor
consultant.
shipping, material shipping, everything should be taken away by EWM team only.
Okay.
They don't know all these things.
Okay.
Now, if you want to send the customer, you can send the customer by creating in the XD01. See, for sure, now it is not required for you. Okay, but in case if you are creating a CRM 002, in that case, system won't accept to maintain and the CRM 002 here. Let me see. General process will be like we'll shift from ECC. It is accepting. Okay, no problem. But generally, you will shift from ECC system. Okay. Now tell me, guys. This is acting as how many? This one?
Customer as well as vendor.
Customer as well as vendor. I'll keep like what about now? Don't worry about this one. Okay. What about now? This is acting as how many?
3.
Three.
Customer,
3.
vendor, and
Vendor,
Customer, vendor, and
customer and plant.
plant.
plant. This is called plant. Okay, but we will not maintain here. This is called as plant. Means you know, right? Sometimes plant to plant shipping will happen. Okay. So you need to remember the ID types. CRN 002 is for the customer. CRN 004 is for vendor. CRM CRM 011. Sorry.
From CRM 002, you didn't create by using XD01, right? Just you enter here. It's
Yes.
also okay with that.
No. Normally it is not okay. Okay. You should not create directly. Always you should be triggered from ECC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Always we need to trigger from the ECC only.
okay.
Once you trigger from ECC, still it is not updating in EWM due to some other reason, some other error. Once you create in ECC, it was not triggered to EWM, not shifted to EWM by any failures. Then you can maintain manually here directly.
Okay.
But you need to create this in ECC by default. You need to mandatory. You need to create. Why we need to create this in ECC? Means this one name. Why we need to create an ECC? I'm not asking about role. I'm asking about the number. Just think about this is my customer number. Okay. Why I need to create this in ECC?
Or else,
That's
is
the
they not allowed to create PO or sales orders?
That's a simple answer. Okay. If you don't create this in ECC, you cannot create sales order.
Yeah.
That's it.
After creating this, and we need to shift again, and then we see it here, right?
Yes, you can see it here. If you don't see it here, instead of wasting time, they can maintain it directly here.
Yeah, but creating is mandatory first. Okay.
Yes. If you don't create, what will happen here in this case? In EWM, if you don't create, what will happen? Serial 002.
We can't make any sale order.
First of all, it will fail in queue only.
Oh, okay.
The queue, EWM inbound queue, it will fail. BP role was not found.
Yeah, BP
role was not found. It will all the inbounds. What are the inbound deliveries you will create? It will be in queue only. It will not create inbound deliveries in EWM system. It will fail in the queues only. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are good with the vendors. Basic information of the vendors we are good. Okay. And SIF is mandatory in the distributed systems and embedded systems. SIF is mandatory, guys. Okay. Make a note. Very important points. Okay. SIF is mandatory, guys. SIF is mandatory in embedded and decentralized system. Here, SIF is mandatory in embedded and distributed systems. Means S4 and ECC and SEM systems. Whatever the systems you use, S4 systems you use or distributed systems you use, SIF is mandatory. Clear?
But if it is in one box, we don't do SIF, right?
Even in one box also you should do the SIF.
Okay.
Okay. On one box also you need to do the SIF or the material master, because you need to create SEWM MAT1, SAP APO MAT1, right? This information will be created based on that only. And 95% of the companies, they use S4 HANA, two different boxes.
From S4 also same ID type is required.
Yes. ID type is same.
Okay.
But in S4 HANA, only one thing is like, you will not SIF vendors. Vendor SIF is not required. Why?
We have a business partner.
Because business partner.
Sorry?
BP is there in S4.
In S4 HANA, BP is available.
Yeah.
Okay, simple question, simple answer. In S4 HANA, BP is available. But ECC, there is no BP available in ECC. We need to create XK01, vendor master, XD01, customer master, like that. But in S4 HANA, there is no XK01, there is no XD01. We have only BP. Okay, that currently which you are using in EWM system, this one, this is available in the S4 HANA directly. Clear?
So in S4 directly, like we don't need to do that SIF, right, Ram?
Yes.
Directly it will be transferred, right? If we create a BP here in S4 HANA, then the same thing will be replicated in EWM as well.
If you have same box, nothing is required, okay? Because you are using same thing, right? And one more thing I said wrong, okay? I'm very sorry. SIF will be there, but not for the materials and vendors. Materials and vendors in the S4 HANA system. If you're using same box, if you're using different boxes, then SIF is required again. S4 HANA also we can have same box and also different box also. The company is using S4 HANA same box for ECC and EWM, then SIF is not required for materials and vendors. Suppose S4 HANA they're using one box for all modules and S4HANA one box for EWM. Means they're using two different boxes S4HANA. EWM separate box they are using. In that case, SIF is required. Any questions? Any kind of confusion? All right.
Ram, in S4 HANA, this for materials and vendors, SIF is not required, right? Since BP is available.
Yes.
In both the cases, that is decentralized and embedded S4 HANA.
I didn't get you. Can you please repeat again?
Yeah. In both the scenarios, like for embedded as well as distributed, decentralized system, this SIF is not required for materials and vendors.
No. I didn't say that. I said that only embedded.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I said only embedded. In embedded system is S4 system. Okay. Embedded means S4. Okay. In this case, if you're in same box for EWM and other modules, if you're using same box, same client, then no SIF is required for materials and vendors. Suppose in embedded only, means I can call embedded only. No, I will not call embedded. Okay, I'll call S4 HANA. I'll call S4 HANA multiple boxes. Means one box for other modules, one box for separate box for EWM. I can call separate box for EWM, separate client for EWM. I can call separate client for EWM. Separate client for EWM. In this case, SIF is required or not?
Yeah, required.
Yeah,
SIF
required.
is required. Okay. Now we have ECC one box and SCM EWM is one box. Okay, these are called distributed systems. Okay, decentralized system or distributed system. Okay. Now SIF is required or not?
Yes, required.
Required.
Yes,
Required.
To send the data manually. Only embedded, only one client if you are using, then only there is no SIF required. Only one client if you are using. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So we are good up to here. Now I'll take 10 more minutes, okay, if you don't mind.
Ram, embedded